Hello, I'm Kevin Maxwell, CEO for Prince George's County Public Schools.
And I'm Ken Haynes, President of the Prince George's County Educators Association.
We have created this video to share some important information with you regarding teacher and principal evaluations.
As you know, this year, the Prince George's County Public Schools embarked on its first year of full implementation of the new evaluation process for teachers and administrators, mandated by the 2010 Education Reform Act and COMAR Regulation 13A0709. Although the framework for teaching observation tool used in the professional practice portion of teachers' evaluations this year is not new to our classrooms, the idea of incorporating student growth into the teacher evaluations is.
Before we go any further, my executive team and I would like to thank you for all of your hard work related to student learning objectives, test administration, and the myriad of other tasks you have completed in association with this new evaluation model. The first year of implementation of anything is never easy, and this has been no exception. Still, you have responded in awe-inspiring fashion. By all accounts, administrators and teachers have gone above and beyond the call of duty to learn this new evaluation process and use it to help students achieve at higher levels.
The leadership team at PGCEA is aware of the many challenges associated with this first year of implementation, and in spite of those challenges and the unintended consequences that we have faced this year, we strongly urge you to stay the course and complete the process. Working together, the parties have taken every possible step to ensure that you will not be harmed by the results of this first year. However, our efforts to build in certain protections will be for naught if the workforce fails to complete the required responsibilities in a timely manner.
Executive leadership, in collaboration with the Prince George's County Educators Association, proposed several adjustments to our implementation model for the 2013-2014 school year only. Proposals regarding minimizing the impact of student learning objectives and alternative locally selected assessments on final evaluations were sent to the Maryland State Department of Education, and I'm happy to report that those requests were granted. Employee Performance and Evaluation Officer, Mr. William Ryan, will share more information on these requests, other state waivers you may have heard about, as well as some other local adjustments we have made this year.
We hope this information will alleviate at least some of the anxiety you have experienced with our new evaluation model and will allow us all an opportunity to take the lessons learned this year and use them to achieve even greater levels of success for our students in the coming years.
I would like to personally thank you for the information you shared with us in the recent evaluation survey. Please know that we have already begun to use your ideas to improve our evaluation processes for next year. And again, thank you for everything you do for our students, and thank you for joining our common effort to be great by choice.
Hello, I'm Bill Ryan, the Performance and Evaluation Officer, and I would like to just spend a few minutes reviewing some of the specifics regarding the adjustments to the evaluations that were mentioned by Dr. Maxwell and Mr. Haynes. First adjustment that will be made to evaluations this year have to do with the student learning objectives. As Dr. Maxwell mentioned, a minimum score will be given for all SLOs to principals and teachers at 60%. So a minimum score of 60% will be given. Growth will then determine the percent of the remaining 40% that a teacher will receive. On the slide you're currently viewing, I've given you an example. So a teacher that has student growth on their SLO of 44%, with no adjustment, that 44% is multiplied by 17.5 to give that teacher a 7.7 score out of a possible of 17.5. With the adjustment, you can see that 60% times the 17.5 automatically gives that teacher a score of 10.5. And then 44 is multiplied, that's the growth, times the remaining 40%, which gives a score of 3.08. And when both of those are added, it equals a 13.58 total score for that SLO. We feel that that adjustment is appropriate and ensures that our SLOs are not overweighted in regards to evaluation. We are also, as we look at the locally selected assessments, We're ensuring that all staff will receive a default score as we plan and look to the future as how we're going to use that default score as part of a teacher's evaluation. In addition to the adjustments I just mentioned to you, we've also considered some local adjustments regarding SLOs. Any teacher hired after September 30th will not have their SLO count towards their calculation for final evaluation rating. And we've also made an adjustment that any teacher hired after January 16th will not be required to do an SLO at all, nor will an SLO be calculated as part of their final evaluation. In addition to the local adjustments, MSDE has also requested to the Federal Department of Education a waiver regarding MSA scores being calculated as part of a teacher's evaluation. We have not yet heard back from MSDE regarding this waiver, but as soon as we hear, we will notify you with that information. Finally, even though we know that all of the adjustments we're making to the evaluation this process are necessary this year, due to the fact that we are in a learning process with our evaluations, we do feel it's critical to mention that next year, SLOs and the locally selected assessments will be part of the evaluation and count fully towards a teacher and principal's final evaluation. At this time, I would like to turn it over to Ms. Bridget Blue-Laney, who will walk you through the end of the year packet so that you can successfully close out your evaluation process this year. The Office of Employee Performance and Evaluation is here to support and help you in everything you do, and we are listening and will make adjustments that are necessary to make the process support your professional growth as we, all of us, move from good to great.
Hello, my name is Bridget Blue-Laney, and I am an Employee Effectiveness and Evaluation Specialist for Prince George's County Public Schools Office of Employee Performance and Evaluation. We will now take a few moments to review the end-of-year teacher evaluation process. There are 4 action items that teachers must complete prior to exiting the school year for summer break. They include entering SLO data in Oracle, 4E, professional growth and responsibilities, and self-assessment and goal setting. The first action item that all teachers must complete are student learning objectives, SLOs, final closeout in Oracle. All teachers assigned to students must complete this action item. Data must be entered in Oracle by May 2nd, 2014. Between now and April 30th, 2014, all post-assessments must be given, scored, and entered in Oracle. Give the post-assessment that matches the pre-assessment in which the principal has approved. By May 2nd, you will present the following hard copies to your administrator. 1. The SLO data supporting the actual value, which is the number of students that met your SLO entered in Oracle. Number 2, sample copies of the pre and post assessments. And number 3, be sure to keep all student SLO post-assessment work generated by the students in a file. Please see pages 3 and 4 in the end-of-year teacher evaluation packet for additional information and guidance. The next item that needs to be completed is component 4E, Growing and Developing Professionally, Document and Artifacts. Teachers on cycle using the Framework for Teaching observation tool must complete this action item. Teachers using the Standards for Excellence observation tool should not complete this document. 4E document and artifacts must be presented to your administrator by May 2nd, 2014. You will be rated on 3 elements: enhancement of content knowledge and pedagogical skill, receptivity to feedback from colleagues, and service to the profession. See page 6 in the end-of-year teacher evaluation packet for examples of activities for each of these elements, and page 7 for examples of artifacts or documentation associated with each element. Use page 8 to organize your list of activities. The next item is the self-assessment form. All teachers currently working in Prince George's County Public Schools must complete the self-assessment document. You should consider your instructional practices as an educator before looking at the levels of performance to align a rating. Self-assessments will be informed by your experiences in the classroom and your reflections. This form must be completed prior to exiting the school year for summer break. See page 10 for guidance on how to complete your self-assessment and pages 11 through 14 to capture your evidence in written form and then align your evidence to the appropriate rating. Again, these forms must be completed prior to exiting the school year for summer break. The last item for completion are goal-setting forms. All teachers currently working in Prince George's County Public Schools must identify professional practice goals using the goal-setting forms. Teachers must identify 2 goals related to areas of growth that have been identified from your self-assessment and feedback from past observations. Use page 16 in the end-of-year teacher evaluation packet to guide you in crafting responses for each section of the goal-setting forms on pages 17 and 18. Again, these forms must be completed prior to exiting the school year for summer break. It is strongly suggested that you adhere to all of the timelines outlined in this support packet, as there will be no extensions. The Office of Employee Performance applauds your efforts, and we appreciate all that you do every day for the students' academic success in Prince George's County Public Schools. Should you need additional guidance or support, please do not hesitate to contact me. My email address is bblue@pgcps.org. And again, I thank you for your time.